Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about styling today. As you emerge from the school into the professional world, a lot of salon owners complain because new stylists are not very refined at the blowout, which seems kind of crazy because it's really not all that hard, but a lot of people are lacking in those skills because it's just really not that fun, and we don't do a ton of it in beauty school, or as much as probably we should. We really focus on coloring and we focus on cutting, and which is great. You need those tools too, but to be able to have a client love their hair and walk out the door is huge too. We really need to make sure that we are putting ample time into the blowout and the style out at the end of your services. So something that you guys can do at home, super easy. I know you all have a round brush, and you all have, I'm sure, a very willing model maybe in your family, even that you can do a blowout on. But I got a couple fun little things for our arsenal at school. This is a really neat finger brush. I've just seen these emerge pretty recently. Awesome for combing out matted, bleachy hair. They are amazing. They're real flexible, and so the bristles are really flexible and they kind of bend with your head shape, and they just really make untangling hair a dream. So we'll have a few of these in the salon when you get back. This is a large one. This is like the extra big paddle one, and then I've got a few smaller ones for our clients that don't have quite as much hair. My other fave that I picked up when I was at Salon Centric is this bad boy. It is a very, very large round brush, super large. This is gonna be great for just clients about, my hair length that just want a little bit of volume and a nice, sleek, pretty style, but not necessarily want to fuss with a flat iron. These are great for travel too, because you don't need to plug them in, and it's just really nice to use. These are, you guys need to think of your round brushes as curling irons. So this is made of ceramic, right? Which a lot of our hot tools are made out of. And the idea behind this is that this brush is different because when we use our dryer, we heat it up. And so this is acting like a curling iron. The metal is being heated up and it is forming the hair into that temporary shape that we want it to be in, right? So when you guys are using these, a lot of times when I'm going around the lab and you guys are doing round brushes, you're round brushing hair that is not all the way dry. Sometimes you can have a little bit of moisture in your hair, like it could be 98% dry and you can get away with it, but really honestly, it should be 100% dry when you go to round brush. You wouldn't put a curling iron on wet hair, so why would you round brush wet hair, right? Right. So when you go to round brush your client, I always start in the nape. These are areas that sometimes get a little neglected in our blow dry. The nape area right here, and then kind of behind the ear right there. Sometimes we will not dry as thoroughly, and then a client goes to go home and they're feeling behind their ear and they're like, oh, I'm so wet, or oh, I see you even have like color back there. So make sure these are kind of your problem areas when you're styling. Blow drying and shampooing, make sure that you're paying ample attention to make sure that we're not neglecting those. I always like to start in the nape. So when we pull all of this hair up, I have the opportunity to see, oh shoot, maybe I need to take her back to the shampoo bowl and get some of that color off there. So it just kind of, I guess we'll pull back that veil of hair and like make sure that you're able to see what's going on right there in those little crooks and crevices of the head. So she's all 100% dry, right? What you can do is at that point put some kind of a texturizer on her. This is a fun little shine spray. Now they recommend that you blow dry this and round brush this with a cooler setting, because I'm sure some of the oils and stuff in it, they don't want you to be cooking the hair when you're round brushing, but this is a really neat spray. It has mica in it, which is really cool. Can you see? It's like made with mica and lion's mushroom. Sounds super fancy. So I got a few of these products. They'll be at the salon too when we all come back together again. They'll be in your lab. But really nice. It gives the hair a really nice glow, very nice reflective quality to it, and it smells awesome. So like most shine sprays, they smell so good. Okay, so my client is dry. I got half of her hair pulled up. I'm gonna start in the nape here, and I'm gonna make sure whenever we want to add volume to something, do we do it on base, half on base, or do we do it off base? Always on base, right? We're always gonna rock it on base. And by the way that we get on base is by over directing. So if your hair is hanging down here and we want volume at this root, I'm going to be taking my hair and I'm gonna be pulling it up and rocking it back on that base and drying. This is a nice big brush, so it doesn't take a ton of passes because you're gonna be able to fit a lot of hair on that. Now I'm putting my blow dryer down just because that's habit. I'm not really great with the cool, and sometimes taking that blow dryer down allows some conversation to happen with you and your client. I hate talking over a blow dryer, which is one of the reasons why I'm not doing it right now, because I really don't like talking over it. So when I'm round brushing, generally, instead of just hitting the cool button on the air dryer, I will just kind of pull that away, that dryer away, and let that section cool. So again, I'm taking that hair and I'm bringing it up and I'm rocking it on the base and I'm putting it back down. Now, a lot of times I've got my blow dryer in my hand. And so when I've got my blow dryer in my hand, I really let this pinky kind of come up and catch some of that hair too, if I need to go back over a section and bringing it right back down on its base. Pulling it out, making sure that those ends are folded right around, because if we don't, when they're clamped down, we're gonna get some fish hook ends and stuff that's not real pretty and smooth. So this is not a very hard technique, but it does require some skill. Your arm's gonna get a little tired when you're at the salon for the first 12-hour shift because you're holding that arm up and really cranking that hair up and away and bringing it back down on its base. But something that you guys need to practice while you are waiting for us to kind of all be back together again. People that are in your household will love a good blowout, and I hope that you guys watch this. Be safe and be well, and I miss ya.